Hello everybody, vanburman here, and welcome to my alpha build game review of Blade of Rage. It's a game that's currently on Steam Greenlight, and I've been asked very nicely to do a review on it. It's coming up a bit late, but you know what it's like, sometimes you get sidetracked. And I want to actually start not with the game, but with something else that the game comes with. So we do have included in the game, in my alpha file, is the instruction manual, which I have to say is, from what I've seen, oh no, it's crashed. Let's try again. From what I've seen, it's very well written, and you can learn a lot about the different features in the game just from it, which, once again, something else I really like, because, you know, it's got in all the controls, and also the controls for a gamepad as well, which is nicely put into the game. I actually haven't tried it with the gamepad, but I assume it all works, and if not, it will definitely be working upon release, and it obviously would help you if you didn't already know the controls of this program, for example. And it also helps you out with the game properties, and all the shortcuts as well, which is all nice. And it's just, I don't know, it's something which is good, really well to be put in the game. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be in the alpha release, but it is. And yeah, I've had a read through it, a skim through it, because obviously I know what most of the stuff does anyway. But of course, yeah, it all works really nice, which is good. And I don't think there's anything else worthy of note. Oh, it shows you how to use the battle system as well, which is nice. And of course, already there's credits in there, which is very important for a game developer, because he's purely doing it solo, which you've got to say is a bold move to do, and something which you've got to appreciate as well. So yeah, the guy's also put credits into all the stuff that he's used, as he should do, but it's good to see it in so early. And yeah, well done, Don. Is all I'm going to say. You know, kudos. So we'll move on to the actual game, which is the meat of the story. And I should say, obviously, a lot of you who have subscribed to my channel have done it because of some of the RPG Maker videos which I've made. This is a good example of the sort of thing you can do in an RPG Maker game, and he's using the High Resource Pack number 2, which has got some really nice graphics in it, and it's got a few other mechanics that it adds to the game as well, which look really nice, and it definitely makes this game stand out because of that. So I'm going to have a quick play and show you what it's like. We'll start a new game because I want to pick on Don first. And this is something which he's changed, but you know, this is all part of going through the development process. So do I want random encounters on or off? We'll take them off now because we want the story. Battle advantage on. Do I want that? See, it's another good addition to the game as well, because it's another mechanic, and he's letting you choose if you want it in or not, which is nice. And I'm going to go take that off as well. The battle action response. So, okay, that's to basically the critical attack in Final Fantasy VIII, where you can pick, where you can obviously press the button and use the gunblade. Still. Ah, I've missed the bit I was meant to pick him up on. At the start it says, when it says random encounters, do you want it on, off, off? So of, as in OF, and then off, rather than or. That's something I picked out for him, but once again, when you're a small developer and you're doing it by yourself, this is where your testers come in, and of course things like this review as well will help him when he gets around to watching it. With certain things. As you can see, it looks really nice. The way the battle system works is that when it's your turn to attack, you see your character visually on the screen, which I really like, and then you obviously pick your attack against the warrior, and it also comes with a very nice health bar as well for the enemies, so you're well aware of, you know, how much health they have. And it all looks very nice as well, I have to say. All the animations that come up. I believe these are, or a lot of this I've seen from different scripts and stuff, but this is obviously the tutorial where it's going through how the battle system does work. And instead of battle points, or whatever you want to call them, these are actually rage points, because the game is, of course, all to do with Rage, who is the main character. So, starting off, we've already got quite a few skills. I don't know whether these will be, whether there'll be this many for the actual game. To start off with, at least, maybe these are ones you have to learn as you progress through the levels. But we have Inner Rage, and that restores some hit points and magic points, but can only be used on Rage himself. Not needed. Let's use Focus Raised. I think that's a raised critical chance, I believe. Oh no, what have I done? I've done bad things. Whoops. I've now set him to just attack. Yeah, the great thing about it is, because of the way the battle system works, you can go through and pick what you want each character to do. You know, you don't have to wait, for example, as you would with an active time battle system and only use one at a time. You get to pick what your whole squad is going to be doing. And it looks like my little dwarf man has taken some hefty damage already. So yep, it's telling me to make sure I heal my guys, which is very important, of course. Got some health potions. Whoops. Equip. You can also change your weapons and items during battle. Generally, personally, not something which I bother messing around with in RPGs, purely because, I mean, unless it's really needed, unless you've got things such as elemental swords, for example, you know, that can be, when it's useful. If you've got a sword of fire, sword of ice, then using that against the correct enemy will be very useful in the battle. I've said useful far too many times. But everything looks, I mean, as you would say, it looks quite polished, really. So, yes, we have magic points as well, and you can use magic water to restore them. And it's also reminding you that Vesper doesn't use magic points because she's a pure warrior. Sort of things you're going to get, of course. Ah, you can turn your weapon into a fire weapon. And what magic do we have here? Ah, I see. So this guy is a mage, pretty much. Let's try using some of this magic, see what they look like. Oh wow. I'm guessing Rage is primarily a fire type guy. So she needs healing. Let's give her some life potion. This guy is close to death, so let's see if I can... Oh, he's not going to get finished. He's not going to get destroyed this turn. Ooh. Go on then, let's finish him off. All attack. Cheesy one-liner there at the end. Okay, so we have quests, and we can access them by pressing Q. Let's press Q, have a look. Exit the ruins, find your way out of the shattered ruins. Okay, simple enough. Let's go. So as you can see, the map itself looks very nice, and we also have the spotlight over the character. It's a very darkened feeling to the game, which I like. Which is a bit of a running theme through this resource pack, if I'm honest. A lot of the character models are very dark, and oh, again attacked by bats already. The bats like fire, or No, against them. They do not like fire. I believe, if I'm incorrect, you'll have to tell me if I'm wrong, Don, but the sword animation that comes up was actually drawn by him himself, as in the art for the sword, should I say. And that's one of Rage's main weapons. Giant bat. So fire does 261 damage as a normal attack do. 180. Yeah, that's roughly about right. When you think about it, Rage could actually kill himself nearly 3 times over by one of his attacks. Depending on which one it was, obviously. It also seems to have auto regain as well, which, I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for it. Ooh. Ah, there's an autosave feature as well, which is another thing that's really nice in the game as well. Something in which I must applaud Don for on adding that option into it, because, you know, of course, these programs can be shut down so easily, and with it having the autosave, you can, of course, come back to it very easily if something was to happen. I'm not sure how often it autosaves. I presume after every battle, but I've not actually seen or remember. And the great thing about it is you can save wherever. Depends on whether you're into that sort of thing with your RPGs. It definitely makes life so much easier though, if that's how you're going to do it. Anyway, I'm going to load up one of my previous saves. I've had to download this a couple of times now because I didn't realise I deleted it last time. But anyway, so we've got Vanburman in the party now. We've got Gudu, and as you can see, I'm a bit low on health, so we might as well use a health potion. And something which, even though I don't like in these sort of games, I can understand why people do, is you've got the characters following from behind. But another really nice thing that we have is there is the fast travel option, which I'm sure will be very useful later on in the game. Do I want to go back there? No, let's not. Let's just carry on where I am. Oops. Ah, I forgot what button the fast travel was. Okay, yeah, that's fast travel. Ugh. So it's quite good that we're given prompts as to where to go if we get lost, which is quite nice. All too often in these sort of RPGs you get it where you're expected to know and remember where to go as well, which is where the quest system comes in handy, and we also, of course, get rewards for doing so as well. So they're on the way to the inn and they decide, on the way, let's stop for a rest. Isn't that what the inn is for? Ah, dear. I have to say, one of the things which surprises me with just the sort of design and models of the characters was I expected Rage to be quite a silent character, I guess, a bit more of a barbarian role, a grunter. And then obviously dwarves, not always necessarily portrayed for their speaking, the amount of it anyway. That's obviously going on Gimli, of course, but it's nice that, you know, there's bits to stop to talk about the lore of the game. And oh no, death spiders. And so yep, we get besieged every now and again with spider attacks. I've obviously been far too reckless with my magic points. It's a shame that R is such an awkward character. I mean letter. Because I would have thought it'd be really cool if the sword slices spelt out R, but of course, maybe not quite so doable. Oh dear, I'm gonna die, aren't I? That would be a fitting end. Okay, I need to raise rage. Oh, with 10 health. Right. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Yeah. My preparation may not have been quite good enough. Both these are gonna die now. Yeah. I get it. I'm dead. Okay, fine. Anyway, that's just me being crap. But it all runs really well. I didn't find any bugs when I played for it the first time, and the graphics all work well, really nice. It's a nice dark and dreary atmosphere. I quite like it when games take that sort of style on board, and of course I generally just think that makes for a nice looking game overall, especially with you know, maybe not, you know, they're not amazing graphics. No, none of the graphics that are made using RPG Maker are, but it definitely helps to compensate for that. And I think Don's doing a really good job of building his game. As I say, it is an alpha version, and it is one of the earlier alpha versions now. I believe he's a bit further on. But I did say I would review this game for him and give him any feedback, so I've given him some feedback, and hopefully, Don, you're watching this and you can maybe learn a bit more. And if any of you guys are interested in this game, I'll leave a link down to the Greenlight Steam Greenlight page below, and you can go and like it up if you wish, which I'm sure Don would appreciate massively. And it is a really good example, as I say, of what you can do with RPG Maker if you're willing to put the time and effort in. You know, games made with RPG Maker, it's difficult to make a game anyway, but as someone that chooses a program which helps cater to it, it doesn't mean that they're any less of a developer than anyone else, because you still have to put the time and effort in. And as you can see with Don's game so far, it's definitely coming on that way. And if I'm honest, I'll be more than happy to do another review upon its release. For example, you know, when I can play through the whole game when it's done, and just give a better overall opinion of it. So if it is something you'd like to check out, it'll be in the description. And Don, thank you very much for sending me the game, or getting in contact with me and letting me do a review of it. If anyone else, or if anyone watching this is a budding game developer themselves or anything like that, then always feel free to message me. The worst I can say is no, although I haven't said no yet. But there you go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.